Hey, hey, hey. So today we're having mozzarella stuffed meatballs and spaghetti. Let's go. So here's everything that we're gonna need for our mozzarella stuffed meatball and spaghetti. We got tomato paste, rotel tomatoes, and I always do mild because I don't want mine too spicy. We have pasta sauce, garlic, our seasoning blend. I'm doing angel hair pasta. You can use regular spaghetti. We have string cheese, breadcrumbs, eggs, of course the ground meat. And here's some mozzarella sticks that I've already opened. We're gonna use a little garlic. Of course, the infamous Dina's Eatery seasoning blend. Fresh black cracked pepper. And I like to use a little cumin in my meatballs. Okay, so now we have our noodles boiling and we're gonna start on our meatballs. And I'm gonna use almost all of this meat. And I'm gonna save just a little bit for our meat sauce. There we go. We're gonna add 2 eggs to that. Then we're gonna add some of our seasoning blend, which is basically onions and peppers cut up. And I'm cheating. I got it out the bag. And put as little or as much as you like. I like a little bit, but not too much. I'm gonna add a little garlic. I'm gonna say 2 tablespoons. That's another one you do to your taste. If you're a garlic lover, pump it up. If not, cut back. Now we're gonna add some of that Dina's Eatery seasoning blend. I'm gonna say 3 to 4 tablespoons, but again, to your liking. I'm gonna add a little garlic powder. And I'm gonna add a little bit of cumin, excuse me. Cumin. Well, to me, that kind of enhanced that beef flavor. Some fresh cracked pepper. I like black pepper, so I'm gonna add quite a bit. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of taco seasoning. I'm not gonna use the whole pack. And I only use the taco seasoning when I'm doing my meatballs for spaghetti. Maybe a little less than half of that pack. Then I'm gonna add my breadcrumbs. Now, sometimes I use oatmeal. You can use crumpled up crackers. You can use stale bread. Whatever you have on hand. But the egg and the breadcrumbs are gonna bind it all together. And while you're doing all that mixing, preheat your oven to 350. And you can do those meatballs on the stove top. And I like to run mine through the oven. Okay, I'm gonna add some more breadcrumbs. And like I said, I would usually use oatmeal. That's actually my preference, but I'm using what I have on hand today. And if you're not smelling those seasonings in your meat, you didn't put enough. A little bit more breadcrumb. And we use like half of that container. That should be enough. Make sure that that's all mixed together real good. Now, also some people, or you can add pan sausage to this mix, pork. You could use deer sausage, turkey. It's all up to you. But today I'm doing beef. Okay, we got that mixed up good. We can start making our meatballs. Let me just show you. I have some mozzarella sticks. And I'm just gonna cut it into, I'm gonna say 3s. Okay. Let's start on our meatballs. Some people like bigger meatballs. I like a good medium-sized one. But again, depends on your preference. So start making you almost like a little patty there. Take our piece of mozzarella, stick it in there. Make sure it's sealed up real good. We got our first meatball ready. It wasn't too hard, was it? We're gonna repeat that process. And try to make your meatballs approximately the same size. And if you're a real perfectionist, a little bit of OCD, you can get like a scoop, and then you'll know that each meatball will be the exact same size and have the same amount of meat. I'm pretty good at eyeballing it, so I'm an eyeballer. And being that I'm using, I'm making beef meatballs today, I'm not gonna grease my pan because that beef is gonna put off enough oil. Now, if you decided to do turkey perhaps, which is much drier, then I would grease that pan so that they don't stick. We cut up another mozzarella stick. I can't wait to eat these, well this. I've had a taste for spaghetti all week. I'm gonna take a little bit off. That one is a little bit bigger than what I wanted. And you do want them somewhat uniform so that they're all cooked at about the same time. Alrighty, so now we have all our meatballs made. We're gonna run those through the oven on 350 degrees, uncovered, for about, we're gonna start with 25 minutes, and then we'll check them, pour any excess grease off, and see if they're ready. And while those are in the oven, we're gonna work on our meat sauce. Okay, so now we're gonna start on our meat sauce. We're gonna add a little bit of leftover meat. We're gonna scramble that up real good. Break it down. If you're one of those people that like to add sausage, this would be the time. Let me turn that fire up a little bit. Get the browning for me. Also, I'm gonna add the rest of that seasoning blend. I hope you guys are having a great day out there. While we're waiting for that to heat up real good, we can season it a little bit. I'm gonna add just a little bit of that minced garlic. I'm just about out. I'm gonna say about 1 good tablespoon. And we can go on ahead, season it up with our Dina's Eatery seasoning blend. And to get your Dina's Eatery seasoning blend, go to www.dinaseatery.com. And in case you didn't get that, I'm going to leave that information in the description. But that's our very own house seasoning blend. It's perfect for beef, seafood, poultry, steaks. The only complaint I've got about the seasoning blend thus far is that the bottle isn't big enough. So I'm actually working on bigger bottles right now. Okay, that's browning up nicely. I think we're ready to start adding our sauces. Well, before we do that, I'm gonna add some oregano. To me, that makes it taste all Italian-y. Yes, I make up words. And put it a little bit, not too much. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of thyme. That one hadn't been used yet. Put that up. There we go. Stir that a little bit. we're gonna add our tomato sauce. I'm using 2 cans. I'm gonna take that can, fill it up with water. Well, about halfway. Add that to it. I like Rotel tomatoes in mine. Of course, that's optional. And I do mild. I don't want it too hot. I like to add some tomato paste because that thicken it up real good. And it's almost like it helped that sauce to stick to your pasta. Say roughly about half a can. And I'm gonna add, I'm gonna say 1, 2 tablespoons of sugar. That's gonna cut some of that acid and help offset some of that heartburn that a lot of us get when we eat a good rich tomato sauce. And if you don't have that issue, God bless you. You are blessed. I do. But that sugar kind of like, it'll offset the acid. And being that we're using the canned pasta sauce, you're gonna wanna let that cook down at least 15 to 20 minutes, and that'll kind of, to me, kind of cook off the canned taste. And at this time, I'm gonna taste it. See if I need to add, take away. I'm gonna add me some of that fresh cracked black pepper to that. Well, actually quite a bit. I'm also gonna add some red pepper. I don't want it too spicy, but I do like my pasta with a little bite to it, a little And of course, there again, you don't want spice, do not add it. There we go, little cayenne. That ought to do that. Well, you know what? I'm gonna add a little more garlic powder. Mix it really good. And guys, please take this time to like and subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate that. Shake those meatballs. Ooh, look at there. Those are just about ready. I'm gonna give them about maybe 5 more minutes. That's it. I'm gonna taste my sauce again, see if it's to my liking. Oh yeah. That's good. And of course, we always want to clean up as we go. So while that sauce is marrying and all those flavors are coming together, you take that time and pick up some of your mess. Okay guys, we've let our meatballs rest for about 5 minutes. And I want to open one of those babies. Isn't she lovely? Perfect. Okay, and at this time, you can leave your spaghetti separate from your sauce, or you can add it to it. I like to add mine. Get it all out of there. Mix that all up real good. Stirred real good. Oh yeah. That oregano really set it off. I can smell it. That's just how I like mine. If you want yours a little thicker, you can add more tomato paste. But once I add the meatballs, I think it's gonna be perfect. And like I said, I let my meatballs rest for about 5 minutes so that your cheese don't just ooze out on you. I'm even gonna throw in the one that I tested. It's not gonna hurt anything. I want all that meat that's stuck to the bottom of the pan. Stir your meatballs in. I'm gonna top that with some fresh shaved Parmesan. And there you have it. And here you have our mozzarella stuffed meatballs and spaghetti.